This is Chapter 3, Section 4 Notes, Day 1. This is solving multi-step inequalities. We're going to solve these inequalities exactly like we would equalities or equations. So it says, what are the solutions of 9 plus 4t is greater than 21? I need to get t by itself. So the first thing I need to do is subtract 9 from both sides. That'll leave me with just 4t is greater than 12. Then, to get rid of the 4 that's now attached to the t, I'm going to divide each side by 4 and get t is greater than 3. Now, because it does not ask me to graph this inequality, I'm just solving it. So t is greater than 3 should be my final answer. If it asked me to graph, I would have to make the number line, put an open dot at 3, and it would go to the right. Question number 2. Using the distributive property, which is the solution of 3 parentheses t plus 1 is greater than or equal to negative 5? Now you can already see that I have distributed in the 3 into the parentheses. So 3 times t is 3t plus 3 times 1 is 3. So I'll have 3t plus 3 is greater than or equal to negative 5. Then it's just a simple matter of solving this inequality. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. What will happen here is I'll end up with 3t is greater than or equal to negative 8. And now I just have the 3t that I need to work with. So I need to get rid of the 3. So I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. Now this will give me a fraction. T is greater than or equal to negative 2 2/3. If you use your calculator, you'll get t is greater than or equal to negative 2.667. And again, you can have the fraction or the decimal. Either one works as your answer. Okay, number 3. Maybe this will work. It says, in a garden, you want to fence off a section for tomatoes. The garden is 12 feet wide and you only have 42 feet of fence. What are the possible lengths of the garden? So you want to fence off the outside. So you're not worried about the inside, it's just the outside. So the first question says, what formula do you need to use? Well, you need to use the perimeter formula. And if you don't remember what the perimeter formula is for a rectangle, all your formulas are in section 2.5 notes. Again, this might be a good thing to have on your frame or in your notes, that anytime it's asking you for a formula, you can always find that in the 2.5 section. So for the perimeter, out of those notes, you have 2L plus 2W. Okay, so you know that your garden is 12 feet wide. I'm assuming that that 12 feet is going to go in for the W. And you only have 42 feet of fence. So that's your perimeter. That's as much as you can spend to do the garden. So your solution should be, or your equation should be, 42 has to be greater than or equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times 12, which is for 12 feet wide. And then 2 times 12 is 24, so 42 has to be greater than or equal to 2L plus 24. Now I'm just solving for the L, the length. So I'm going to subtract 24 from both sides. So I get 18 is greater than or equal to 2L. Then I'm going to divide by 2. So 9 is greater than or equal to the L. So if I flip this around, the length needs to be less than or equal to 9 feet. Okay, so it can be exactly 9 or less than, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But it has to be 9 or fewer feet.